Time now on Sky Sports Radio for Going Greyhounds for your daily update of the latest news and tips.
Joining us now, Liam Tapper from Grand Racing New South Wales. Morning, Liam.
G'day, Cozzy. How are you going today?
Oh, terrific. All good.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, Cozzy, we've got a huge episode today coming up of Greyhounds, Going Greyhounds. It's one of the biggest nights of greyhound racing here in New South Wales. What we're trying to do, we're trying to get as much insight as we can from some of the biggest names across the industry this weekend. And they don't come much bigger than today's two guests on Going Greyhounds, Jason Thompson and Jack Smith, both with sensational greyhounds featuring this Friday night. Quickly rounding out today's show, we'll catch up with a few pieces of news making headlines across the greyhound racing world before trying to find a few winners for our listeners today. But firstly, he's one of Australia's leading trainers. He certainly does know what it takes to win at Group 1 level. It's Jason Thompson. How are you going today, Jason?
Yeah, good, Liam.
That's the way, mate. First up, congratulations on making yet another Group 1 final. Even though you've made a few over your career, it must still be a good feeling.
Yeah, look, I mean, made the final of any race is that's what you as a trainer you want to try and do, but to get one in a Group 1 race anywhere is, that's what it's all about. So very happy to be in the Futurity final, and I think she's certainly got some sort of chance.
Aston Silk, who we're talking about, she's had 4 starts, 4 wins. What did you make of her run on Friday night?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's, as I say, that was her 4th start. She's very young, and obviously first time travelling away from home, and I mean, it's a big trip for an experienced dog, let alone a dog that's she hasn't turned 2 until April, and relatively inexperienced, but I was happy with the way she coped with it all. Travelled up really well. We left early Friday morning, and she travelled really well. I thought she, obviously first race at Wentworth Park, sometimes box 1 can be a little bit tricky, but I thought she began safely. She does want to use a little bit of the track, so that was the worry that we had if she did miss a start, that she might get bottled up a bit because she does want to sort of shift to the middle of the track. So I thought the way she handled herself and began, and she just did everything right. And hopefully, I think she will need to find a bit on the clock if she's going to go bigger in the final, but she's certainly going in full of confidence.
Now, on to the final, she's never started wider than the 2. How do you think she's going to handle the 7?
Look, before she raced, if you asked me what box I would prefer with her, I would have said, middle to wide. And as you say, mate, all of her races have been the mid-side draws, and obviously having won them all, you look at her form and say, well, she needs the inside. Well, she doesn't. She actually is much better preferred. I actually wanted box 8, so to get box 7 is where we want to be. I think the only trouble for her would be the dog in box 8, which is one of Ray Border's other dogs. Does want to move across to the fence, but hopefully if we can beat it out, she'll certainly be out where she wants to be.
Yeah. And you mentioned the 8, Aston Perrinon. Where do you see the other biggest dangers for her in this one?
Look, obviously they're all, any dog that makes a Group 1 final obviously has got a lot of ability and worthy of being there, but probably the Sydney dog, and the other dog, the Ray Borders off box 1. Both Jason McKay dogs, I thought they'll be very hard to beat. But look, I mean, these sort of races are won normally out of the boxes, so I think whatever dog manages to lead through the first corner is certainly going to be the one to run down.
Oh, mate, well, we don't want to take up too much of your time today, Jason. As you said to me on Friday night, she travelled well. Hopefully for your sake, she travels well again this Friday. Mate, we wish you all the very best and hope for a safe drive up to Sydney. And thanks for joining us on Going Greyhounds today.
No worries. Thanks, Liam.
Appreciate it, Jason. Well, there you go, folks. Jason Thompson, trainer of Aston Silk, should be looking to claim a 5th career win from 5 starts this Friday night, along with the national futurity in the process. So again, we wish Jason all the very best. Now, he's one of the biggest names in greyhound racing right now. He's the People's Champion, the Feral, call him what you will, Feral Frankie. We're lucky enough to be joined this morning by his trainer, Jack Smith. Jack, how are you going?
Good, Liam. Thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, Jack. Trying to stay out of trouble. last time we spoke, it was hard to get a smile off your face there on Saturday night after that super run from the Feral. It was electrifying hearing the crowd ride him home, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It just you love to see it, and they're enjoying it as much as me, I think. So no, he went awesome. So it was really good.
Yeah, mate, it wasn't the quickest time of the night, nor his quickest time, but you have to be happy with that run.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. It cost him at least probably 3/10, I reckon. A couple of checks he got, but I mean that's racing. It might happen again this week because of the way he races, but he certainly just never gave up. He never gives up, and that's the unique thing about him.
Oakvale Beauty was the fastest heat runner in 29.64. Now, we know the Feral can get up there. Do you reckon he's well placed?
Well, he certainly can, but, I mean, if he's back in traffic, it just depends on how much traffic he's in. And, something like that gets on the bunny and runs 29.6, well, it's very difficult to catch him and cop checks. You run 29.9, you don't win. But he'll certainly be there doing his best, and let's hope there seems to be a little bit of speed there, and they might be cutting at one another. Mm-hmm. So he's just got to avoid the trouble and set himself up for his run home.
Geez, Jack, it seems like he seems like he loves the trouble. He seems like he relishes in it.
He certainly does. He doesn't mind if it gets a little bit rough, but not too much. He fell there in the $1 million chase heat, so let's hope.
Mm. Now, we know that you won the Vic Peters with him last year, mate. What would it mean to win another Group 1 title with him?
Oh, yeah, an open company. I mean, all his other group wins have been in restricted class, age races and such. So he's been placed a few times now in the open class. So to get one would be the icing on the cake.
Mm, yeah.
But win, lose or draw, he's just done us all proud. So we won't think any less of him. If he doesn't, that would be great.
It would be fantastic if he does. Now, finally, Jack, you may have seen on social media overnight that the dogs are running a poll asking fans of the Feral to choose their favourite ever run of his. Now, I must say, personally, Irinka Kennels, they do a fantastic job on social media. And for all our listeners out there, make sure you jump on Facebook and give them a follow because they do absolutely fantastic work keeping everyone up to date with the team out there at Irinka Kennels. But, Jack, we need to ask you, which of those 4 runs was your favourite?
Firstly, I don't do Irinka Kennels. I'm not that good on the computer. That's my daughter, Melissa. But anyhow, look, there's been so many, but I did see it. And I don't know. I think the 29.08 maybe at Sandown up to that stage, that was the fastest time for the year. But then the last couple of runs, like the one at Wentworth Park, everyone just said that was his best one, and then the people in Brisbane said the one he's heat in the Gold Bullion was the best one they'd seen. So I don't know, whichever one tickles your fancy, mate. I don't care as long as he's winning.
As long as he's winning,
I thought the Flying Amy one, he just had a wall of dogs in front of him, and they turned for home, and the leader and Sanarchi come together, and it's arguable whether he would have got there. I looked through rose-coloured glasses, and I think he had them covered. So that was my best one.
Oh, well, there you go, Jack. That's good to hear. He certainly is one dog, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. He's making everyone smile right now. So it's a credit to you and Marie, the work that you're doing with him, mate. All the best this Friday night, and hope for a safe drive up here to Sydney.
No worries. Thanks, Liam.
Thank you very much, Jack. Cozzy, Jack Smith and Jason Thompson, 2 of the leading greyhound trainers here in Australia, joining us on Going Greyhounds this morning.
Now the fields for the remaining races Friday night were drawn yesterday.
Yeah, that's right, Cozzy. We saw the fields released for the remaining races this Friday night at Wendy, with the Collison over the 520 metres, seeing some of the notable greyhounds here in the state going round. $1 million chase champion Good Odds Serrata will be in the pink against Good Odds Buddy in the 1. Fernando's Right, trained by Melbourne Cup winner Anthony Azzipardi, will be there. Jewel Caroma, along with Jason McKay's Aston Duke in there as well. This isn't one of the 4 feature races on the night, but there certainly is some talent on display.
Now we have the heats of the Orange Cup run earlier this week.
Yes, we did. It was on Monday afternoon, so a few days back now, but the 2020 Orange Cup heats were run at Bathurst, and it was another successful outing for the Irinka Kennels, with Solar Sky claiming Heat 1 of the Cup and Mr. Edward finishing second in Heat 2 behind Bit Flash, who would actually record the fastest heat time of the afternoon. So again, another good afternoon for Jack and Marie Smith.
All right, now the Greyhounds' Pets program heads to the Illawarra Pet Festival this weekend.
Yes, Cozzy, that's right. This weekend, the Bulli Greyhound Club, led by Darren Hull, will be playing host to the Illawarra Pet Festival. There's something for everyone here over the weekend, from a free jumping castle and children's activities to market stalls, and there's even a pet fashion parade I hear, Cozzy. Yes, you heard me right. From Milan to Bulli, a pet fashion parade. So there'll be plenty of other activities for you and your pets. So with entry only $3, it's certainly a great day out. So you can head to illawarrapetfest.com for more information on this two-day event.
All right, good on you, Liam. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, Cozzy. Have a great day.